rewards that Nintendo has up on their website for people that's going to support them. So, I mean, it's got to be at least 30 or so companies. I've not really looked too deep into who the companies were, but of course, you know, you've got your major ones like the guy that makes Mario and Zelda, obviously, but I know. Oh, really? Well, I maybe Skyrim.
All right, set that. Let's win this.
Yeah, yeah. I seen that they plan on trying that. I know it's not going to be a 4K system, and I mean, okay. Let me be fair by saying, when Skyrim is on Xbox and PlayStation 4, it wasn't necessarily a 4K game, but I don't know if Nintendo Switch is going to have enough power to run such a game, because that is a big game.
We've lost the lead.
I mean, it kind of has jitters coming from the PlayStation, because I actually have it on my PlayStation, and the PlayStation has jitters, and you know, the PlayStation Pro and the Xbox One, they're powerful systems. The Nintendo just seems like it's not going to be that powerful of a system, and on top of that, their games are going to be cartridge-based games. I just don't understand. Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, from seeing videos of gameplay and stuff, it doesn't look like it's got bad graphics, but I definitely don't think it's going to be a graphical system. Like, if you want a graphically beautiful looking system, then I don't think the Nintendo Switch should be that system. Now, I mean, I'm getting it just because it is Nintendo, and it will have Mario, it will have Zelda, and like Mario Party at some point, and Mario Kart, and you know, those are the games I love playing with my family. So Nintendo to me is more of the family gaming system. I've got my PlayStation 4 and my Xbox to get me my more serious gaming. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, I won't be getting Skyrim for Nintendo, but you know, it may turn out pretty good in the end. You know, but I don't know.
Friendly drone support is active.
To me, you can't fit as much good stuff inside a little cartridge. You know, to me, you can't fit the graphics inside a cartridge. I mean, I don't know why they went to cartridge-based game. I get it. Okay.
Enemy scorchers, take cover.
I kind of do know why they went to cartridge-based, because to take your game out of the little holster that they have and walk around with it, it would be easier with a cartridge than it would be a disc, because, you know, if you had a disc in there and you shook it the wrong way or had it tipped the wrong way, you know, you have the possibility of it coming out of its little holder, or even scratching the disc. But, you know, they could have went with, have you ever seen the PlayStation Portable games? It's a little tiny disc. Yeah, it's a little tiny disc inside like a plastic holder. They should have went that way, because I still think a disc would have been the way to go, especially if they're wanting to do stuff like Skyrim, because to me, you can put a lot more memory and a lot more stuff graphically on a disc than you can into a cartridge. So I just don't know, man. I'm not getting it though for how beautiful it looks. I'm getting it because it's the new system. They're done making, like, this Zelda that just came out on launch with the Nintendo Switch they brought it out on Nintendo Wii U, but that was the last Wii U game ever. So yeah, so they're not making nothing else for the Wii U. So everything else that's going to come out from here on out will be for the Switch. So that's one of the reasons I'm getting the Switch as well, because they're just not going to make anything else for the Nintendo Wii U, and that means that they probably will quit supporting the Nintendo Wii U, meaning like there probably won't be no more updates. Any of these games you have, they probably... Oh man, the whole team's in that room. Any of these games you have, they probably won't be doing any sort of updating on the games anymore. So at some point, all of it's going to become outdated. So it's almost like they're forcing you, if you want to stay in the Nintendo family, to go ahead and go get it. And it's whatever.
UAV in your vicinity.
Yeah, the Wii was definitely a kind of a fresh new start to Nintendo again. Because it was definitely interesting to get out there and move around and do the bowling and all that stuff. The Wii U is a good system, you know. I enjoy it. I've got it.
Friendly drone support is active.
we played often, but there definitely wasn't the moving. The moving almost became null from like what they used to do in the Wii compared to the Wii U. It kind of became more of a system at that point. But you know, it looks like they're starting to bring back the moving in the Nintendo Jesus, in the Nintendo Switch. But like their one game that they came out with, it's called 1-2 Switch. They want you to do that based off of, like they said on some of those games, because there's one that's called that's like you fight each other with a sword. The little remotes, they have speakers on them, and they have they're calling high definition rumble. It's supposed to be the best rumble that they have, the best sound on the speakers that they have. Good job. So their whole thing with that is what they want to happen. Oh, look at you.
Mission accomplished. I knew you had it in you.
But what they want you to do is, like on that particular game, they don't want you looking at the screen. They want you looking at each other.
Positive mission outcome.
You know, your remote essentially is your sword. So when, say, I go to swing my sword at you, and you stick yours up in the air, and our swords digitally connect, quote unquote, like they were hitting in real life, it makes that sword noise and the controllers vibrate. So you have an idea of where your sword is. So with your imagination, with the vibration and with the sound, you're gonna feel like the sword's there, and it, like that's where they're going with it. Like they want you to see it mentally rather than staring at the TV screen and seeing it. They got ping pong on that particular game, that 1-2 Switch. Same way, they want you to look at each other and play ping pong rather than look at the TV screen play ping pong, because the sounds and the feeling, you're gonna hear it when I hit it. You're gonna hear it, me hit it, click, and then you're gonna hear it bounce off the table in front of you, and then you're gonna swing, and then you're gonna hit it back at me. I'm gonna hear it bounce back at me, bounce off the table, come at me. I'm gonna hit it. You know what I mean? So they're very confident in their controllers and stuff being able to do that flawlessly without you being too confused of what's going on. I'm interested in it. I really am. Kind of interested in this whole situation. Well, yeah, I think... Yeah, I think it's their way of bringing their two consoles together. I really do, because Nintendo is the only one that's as successful as they are for gaming, you know, on the go, portable gaming. You know, PlayStation started off when they very first came out with their first one. It wasn't that bad. And then the PlayStation Vita did not do great at all. And PlayStation's already said, like, we're done. We're not going to do any more portable gaming because it has not worked for us. And Microsoft has never tried it, and by what I've read, they'll never try it, you know, because they know. Now, Nintendo, though, Nintendo's conquered it, and they've always conquered it. So I think it's just their way of being able to take... Because not every game that they have on the system you can get for like the 2DS and 3DS and stuff. So I just think it's their way of kind of combining them. It wouldn't surprise me if they slow production down on like their 2DSs and 3DSs and stuff.
Support is active.
And I don't know, for all I know,
Enemy UAV.
that system may even accept those cartridges in it since it's a cartridge system. I mean, I've not really heard a whole lot yet about
Allied
all
drone
that,
package
but
entering airspace.
I do know don't taste their cartridges. Have you
We're
heard
in the
that?
lead.
Enemy neutralized.
Their cartridges, they put a bitter agent in the material so that way it'd keep little kids from wanting to put it in their mouth. And they said,
Friendly counter
yeah,
UAV
and I've read a
online.
couple people that's actually tried it out and they said it's
Friendly
fucking
scav
vicious.
active.
Like they
The
put it in
enemy
their
has a
mouth
drone
and it
package.
sucked bad, I guess. And they said that it was to the point where it was almost like they felt like it was a oily substance because like it stayed in their mouth for like 5-10 minutes.
Enemy vulture on
They
the field.
tried to take drinks, almost like a jalapeno. You know, the reason that heat stays in there and it's so hard to get rid of is because the oil from it. The oil just sticks to your tongue, and about the only thing that can pull it off is milk or dairy. But yeah, they said that's how it felt like to them. It was, they tried all sorts of drinks and nothing was getting that taste out of their mouth. Just had to wear out. But yeah, yep, yeah. I just read an article like 2 days ago about it. I'm like, well, all right then. It must be.
Support is active.
But I don't know how big or small. Like, I don't know what the size of these cartridges are gonna be. I just don't know, man. I don't... Like, for some of the more simpler games, you know, just Mario, that's just a cartoon, you know. Zelda, that's like a cartoon look. Those games is probably okay running off cartridges, but yeah, I just... Stuff like Skyrim, I do not know how they're gonna successfully achieve a good-looking Skyrim. I mean, I really don't. But, I mean, yeah, there may be a possibility, but like I said, man, I'm just getting it for family fun. I mean, Andrea, now, of course, Andrea and DJ like the Zelda and stuff, but so they'll get to actually have that game for like deeper playing than me. But me personally, I'm just getting it to be able to do like the little party games and.
I am moving.
Are you still there? Chris. Hello? What the
Enemy
hell?
UAV in your vicinity.
Alright, give me a second here, kids. Hey, you there? Dude, it kicked me out of your, Yeah, it said due to network error, you've been kicked out of the
Enemy
party.
weapon incoming. Take cover.
I was like, hello? Because I started hearing music, and then I'm like,
Enemy scorchers. Take cover.
Chris, is that you? And then this dude started talking in a foreign language.
UAV in your vicinity.
I'm like, nope, that's not Chris.
Enemy contact.